Hey guys, just wanted to give you that final update on the Ospho rust control, just to see how well each one of the methods turned out. Now, if you recall, I did one with zero prep. All I did was spray the Ospho on it, and I did 2 coats. I came back the second day and added a second coat. The second one, got these out of order. The second one was wire brush before spraying the Ospho, and again, spraying the Ospho with 2 coats. And the last one is the one that I tried wire brushing while the Ospho was on it. Now, let's take a look at how they look. If you look at this one here, you can see the texture is much rougher. There's also some spots where you can still kind of see the rust tint to it. I'm not sure if that's showing up on the video or not. But for the most part, it all looks fairly well covered, and it looks like it's been neutralized, which is good news for me because inside, like I mentioned before, inside the frame, it's a tube. I'm not going to be able to get in there to seal it or to wire brush it. Now, for the one that I wire brushed before the Ospho, you can see there's some of this white residue. Ospho says that it does produce a white residue in some places, and before you go paint it, you just wipe it down with some mineral spirits and you're good to go. This one, again, very similar in color to the first one. It's a little bit smoother of a texture, which is what I expected because none of the loose stuff was knocked off on the original. But it's a little bit smoother of a texture, but overall the color and the efficacy of this Ospho stuff seems excellent. And for the last one, this is the one that I wire brushed while the Ospho was on it. This one is way smoother. It is much more blackened. It is a lot more complete of a neutralization, I feel. And this is probably the method that I'm going to go everywhere that I can reach with a wire brush. At least a little bit. Maybe not to the extent that I did this one because that is a lot of work. But I do plan on going with this at least in some of the areas that I can reach with a wire brush easily. I might have to take into account how much Ospho I'm going to be using. I may take that back and just go with this method, which is a wire brush before, blow it off, spray Ospho on it a couple times, call it a day. I mean, in the end of the day, this is not going to be a show car. It's a daily driver, but it's a daily driver that I want to have for years. And I want to be able to, if I ever get bored of the car, I want to be able to sell it with no worries of anybody ever having trouble with the car. That's what the goal is. I mean, this metal is already 60 years old, close to 60 years old, and it hasn't rusted through yet. So honestly, I could probably just leave it alone, replace the bushings, bolt it all back together, and have a good time. But I figure we're taking it apart. Let's take care of it while we're there. Now, for a sneak peek on the next episode, I told you guys I had something cool coming for the bushings. The bushings on the back set of these, they're $90 from what I could find for a pair. I found some bushings on Summit. Well, really they're from Energy Suspensions. These are leaf spring shackle bushings for I think it's like a 1980 C10. And they fit in here almost with no modification. So I'm going to do a full detail on how to install these and what I did and how they fit in the next episode. So stay tuned for that. Take it easy, guys.